Okay. Okay, it says we're on, so let me see.
Yep, we're in there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, good. All right, I just had to turn the volume down because I don't want to hear myself echo. Um,
Hey, can you check if we sound good?
yeah. Let me mute my. I'm gonna mute my Discord real quick so it doesn't echo. But I'll be right back.
All right. What's going on, Ultimate Agent? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Oh, snap. We got 4 people in here already. That's a lot for me. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out Death Battle Cell versus Metal Sonic. I haven't seen it yet. It dropped, I think, 2 or 3 days ago.
Yep, we sound great. And yeah,
Nice.
it did drop. Yeah, it did drop. Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah, it already reached 1 million views. By the way.
Man, that thing spread like wildfire, huh?
Well, DBZ versus Sonic is kind of a big deal, so I kind of imagine it would.
All right, so pre-death battle take, based on what me and Reptile have talked about, since Reptile is my Sonic lawyer, um, Metal Sonic should win consistently and with the higher end arguments. The only real ways that I could figure out to get like Cell Max beating like Sonic Metal Sonic Overlord would be kind of like using those ratty arguments, but I think Metal Sonic should win based on everything we've seen, like scaling off of Solaris, scaling off of the Time Eater, Metal Overlord having to take on 3 Metal Sonic. Wasn't he like weakened on top of that, like during the fight or something?
Oh, he was, yeah. Like prior to taking on 3 super forms, they all fought him. Like all of them, like all the teams of 4. 12 characters weakening him, and then he was even then he was able to take on 3 super forms. So yeah, this guy definitely scales the Time Meter and Solaris. So there's literally basically what I'm saying is Metal Sonic should take this easily. So yeah.
Oh, I appreciate you, Agent. Hell yeah, since 2015. That's a long time, man. I was like, oh my God, how old was I?
There's a
Like
long
16, 17 years old?
I was
that
you were older because I was 17 in 2015.
Yeah, like that's when I was making some atrocious like Sonic scaling content. I said
Yeah.
Sonic wasn't faster than sound, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Ultimate Agent. Do you remember his Goku versus Sonic? That's because I sure do.
Yeah, it was awful. I did no Sonic research at all, dude. But yeah, when it comes to Cell, I'll get into the scaling in a little bit, like after like the video. So without further ado, how long have we been chatting for? Like a few minutes now. So, are you on the video?
No, but I can get on real quick.
Yeah, I'm at 0
Now, are you gonna
seconds.
watch the whole thing, the fight scene, and then the reasoning, or what?
Yeah, we'll watch the whole thing.
All right.
Like already I could tell like the animation looks fire. Like this is actually like pretty cool. I think they're using like
Yeah.
Cell Saga Cell, which if that's the case, then I don't really see Cell winning at all. Cell Max, that's a completely different story. I remember your old channel when you made that Doomsday versus Hulk video. Yeah.
I remember that one too.
Yeah. My opinion
Alright.
on that now, I'm kind of leaning towards like but Hulk came out with some recent runs. I don't know, that's controversial. Like it just depends on your interpretation which continuity of Doomsday you're using. I think Doomsday consistently should have the edge, but with those higher end arguments, Hulk and Doomsday, that's a timeless battle. Like people are gonna argue about that all the time. Like that's not gonna end, dude.
Well, see, here's the problem with that though. I don't know if you've seen Hulk versus Godzilla, but apparently Hulk got an upgrade to where if you kill him, no matter how you kill him, he can just reappear instantly through the door. Like he goes to hell and then he reappears. He breaks a door and he comes back. So, but now the problem with that, Doomsday is the exact same way almost. If you kill him, he's gonna eventually come back. So, would that fight ever end? Because I mean, eventually they're gonna come back. Like they're like both of them are just gonna keep coming back and keep coming back. So, I'm not sure who to give that to. I think if I had to edge it, I'd probably say Hulk.
I think my buddy Dr. Splash made some recent like Superman scaling videos, and I think he scaled Superman like higher. There was an instance with like who was that other Superman, like Bizarro, and there was like the magic of the multiverse or something like that. There was like a crazy feat, and Doomsday is still considered a problem. It's like high outer versal levels of power. Reality bending, logic defying, causality manipulation. Yeah, so I mean, I don't blame you for edging it to Hulk. Like I said, that's a fight that's gonna swing either way. Like I don't. It really just depends which like continuity you're using. If you're using like the strongest versus the strongest, or if you want to go composite, that it nobody knows at this point. Like it just depends on what you think, really.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got that free YouTube Premium. I didn't pay for it. They offered me like a 2-month free trial. So if you get hit with an ad, just let me know. I'll stop it.
Okay. I'm at 000, so you can count down and we can hit.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Cell versus Metal Sonic. Which copycat android is truly the superior model? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And
Yeah, but no, the animation was absolutely fire. Like, holy shit.
A death battle.
Yeah, it looks crisp.
There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Some thing ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind. Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed.
Your responses to Goku versus Superman were legendary. You debunked them. Yeah, you know, especially one very nostalgic 2015 moment is watching that Goku versus Superman 2 live, like on Skype.
Oh yeah.
Everybody hated it.
It was horrible.
Everybody hated it. It was. God, old. You know, I reminisce with a few people on how crazy the old Skype days were. They were pretty crazy.
Yeah, Skype was a wild landscape.
Yeah, pretty much.
Red Ribbon Army. Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku. But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived on within their head scientist, Dr. Gero. Hiding away in his spooky cave laboratory.
Hey, you don't hear it, do you hear echoing on my part or no?
Learning everything there was to know about him.
Not really. It's kind of faint, so
Okay,
it should be good.
Nemesis once and for all. He made a ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids.
Gotta love Devil Artemis animations, yes?
Oh, this was
indeed.
his animation?
However, none of Gero's
Yeah.
creations
Oh,
were
wow.
matching that drive to improve that Goku and his
This was his last one.
Luckily,
After this, he's not working for them anymore.
a cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Gero's death to
I hope he
complete.
got a good payout.
His name was Cell. Born
Me
from
too.
A single cell, Get
This
it?
was amazing.
Android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on Earth, and when fully evolved, would become unstoppable.
And with their DNA, Cell absorbed all their powers and techniques too.
Common among all of them is the power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multi.
Well, that's not true. Ki doesn't just exist in all living things. It's also like spiritual and conceptual, but yeah.
On this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Xiaozu human?
Oh.
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
And because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some ki.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times, and cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before, because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto a living being's key signature.
But the best part of being a Saiyan is how much crazy stronger they get every time they almost die.
They can even evolve to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle. Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he is effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
Only one problem.
Oh my god, that dude, the face they just showed on the manga panel right there. Do you remember that do you or do anybody in the chat remember that very old YouTube meme, the "I'm a fire in Malaysia"?
Oh yeah. That's so
old you. Yeah, that's like fucking 2007, dude. That's like 2007. I remember being on YouTube and that was everywhere. I'm a fire in Malaysia. Oh, God. You know, I'm disappointed that they didn't make a reference to that in this. At least I don't think they did.
Perfect Cell's power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
Well, with the solar system, you know, that's another thing too. Like back in the Skype days, people used to argue, "Oh no, that was only a exaggeration. He's not actually solar system level." But that's bullshit. That was a long time ago, but dude, it's like even back then, not putting Cell at solar system and then saying that's just an inconsistent statement is nasty. So,
In the anime,
yeah.
the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Okay, they're cooking.
Could sense him all the way from a different galaxy.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the research in this is great.
Okay,
actually.
they're cooking. They brought up a universal scan. They're cooking.
Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's planet of heaven all the way to hell, hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never heard of that key technique? Call it the Kegel.
Perfect.
I like what they did there. They
entirely
didn't just
without
cap
fear,
him at
and
solar
no
system
longer
level and
wedded to
moved on.
Giro's petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Junior.
Their last hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage.
The
pushed
Cell
the Bug
Games.
Monster to his
Was that
absolute
the
limit, and beat him. Wow,
Was that the
Cell
episode
really
where
are
Dan Hibiki fought Cell and Cell just bitch slapped him into a mountain or some shit?
The same Saiyan genes that made him all
You mean
powerful
Hercule?
also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
He got
Hercule.
so mad.
Yeah, Hercule. What the fuck did I say? Dan Hibiki?
You're thinking of
Christ.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Hercule.
Even that wasn't
Well, Hercule fought Dan Hibiki. I don't know why I just said Dan Hibiki, but yeah, no, Hercule. Didn't he fight Cell and Cell just bitch slapped him into a mountain or some shit?
Yeah, that's actually a crazy durability feat.
Kind of is. You know, speaking of Dan Hibiki versus Hercule, Frank thinks that fight isn't accurate, but no, it's definitely accurate because Dan Hibiki ain't got shit hardly for feats, but Hercule ain't the strongest, obviously. But I mean, being a bitch slapped by Cell, even if he isn't like trying, is still a good feat.
He also got hit by Majin Buu and dodged an attack from Majin Buu.
Hey,
Yeah,
real quick, did you know
like,
Death Metal launched our
it shouldn't
own
be
tabletop
close.
gaming channel? It's called The Nightly Brew. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower,
Alright,
and a
I
bunch
don't
of
care
other
about
stuff.
this.
I'd love if you could check it
Where's
out.
Metal
We
Sonic
just
at?
finished
I
a
don't
campaign through the old school
Alright,
Tomb
Metal
of Horrors.
Sonic
Go
is
to-
828.
Forest Critters, we're-
No, 821.
821?
823. 823.
Oh.
Oh shit! Hold on, wait. I'm on 824 actually.
Okay, I'm right there. Countdown now.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hold on. You want to read some of these comments? I love Devil's Artemis and Moro as animators for Death Battle. My take on Goku versus Superman is more controversial. That Superman would dismantle Goku before he even reaches full power, with speed and pressure point, because no one from Dragon Ball scales to Flash or Hal in. That's where it stops. Had some feats like dodging reality blitzing missiles in the monitor ship. Yeah, I think Superman has like a lot of like high ends that you can mess with. Goku does have like the fictional transcendent scaling with Orale, but the fifth dimensional imps also have fictional transcendent scaling. So even if you try to like amp Goku as much as possible, Superman kind of takes that one. But most variations of Superman throughout the years aren't really that strong. They kind of cap out at like multi-solar system to universal. So Goku could beat some of the Supermen, like actually most of the Supermen, because they really weren't like thinking of power scaling back in the day like that. Well, back in the day they were doing some Looney Tunes stuff, but like I guess during like the post-crisis era and like around like 2012, things like that, they weren't really like going too crazy with his feats. But Silver Age and recently they've been kind of going crazy with Superman, so yeah. All right, so I guess we can do the countdown. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Time and again, the world and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic badniks the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over.
Actually,
easy for
8
Eggman.
spots, not
If
6
he couldn't
spots.
defeat the blue blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but goddamn, he does look metal as hell.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman built Metal with more than enough blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard equipment, some of which can survive black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's
I
power.
got hit with a mad shit.
Replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy.
Oh, where you at?
Fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry
You
with
there?
energy,
Yeah, I'm
Metal
here.
can activate V maximum
Oh, where you at? I got hit with an ad.
Oh, shit, my bad. I'm at where did you stop at?
919.
All right, I'll go back. 919. All right, just let me know when to do the countdown.
I'm ready now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All of Sonic's power-ups, and even
Alright.
replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blast, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill, but it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized red ass handed to you by Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied. If Metal started as
pause
Sonic's
it.
copycat, why not hunt?
Okay.
I kind of hear like the background, like it's repeating on your
Okay.
end. Yeah.
Should be better now.
All right, I'm at 1050.
Okay. I'm right there too.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All of his furry friends down and copy them too.
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors.
Is it good
that
now?
can Copy
Yeah.
a person's bio data.
Okay.
Giving him the ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and Big's ability to suck at fishing.
Metal isn't just learning their moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that biological data is a real scientific term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to
Yeah,
manipulate
each
some
one of
the most
those emeralds
powerful
are
artifacts in
universal.
the universe.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Yes. The
Yeah, I
emeralds contain
mean,
an infinite wellspring of mystical power
like
and light
all
energy.
7 emeralds
With them,
combined
they can perform
into the
Shadow's
super
chaos
forms
control.
are,
He can teleport
at the
forward
very
into
least,
space
you could
to
argue is
access
like
the
like Universal
time.
Plus, but
And with either
really
the Chaos
they're
Emerald
like
or Master
they're like
Emerald,
low
he can
complex
transform into
multiversal to
Super
multiversal
Neo
with
Metal
that.
Sonic.
Completely invulnerable.
Yeah,
and
consistently, I think
golden,
5D,
Super Neo Metal
multiversal,
Sonic can move at
multiversal
faster
plus.
than light speeds and has the power to move
Yeah.
continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably
Because
powerful.
one of those
They've been used
emeralds.
to fuel Eggman's Death Egg,
Oh,
which
look.
could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Yep,
Other
there
super
you go.
characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super
Not
hedgehogs
multiple,
have even
all
fought
dimensions.
Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire
Yeah.
multiverse.
And
So
Solaris
Super
too.
Neo Metal
See,
Sonic should be just
people
as
used to argue
powerful as
back in the day,
Eggman.
oh no,
Though he's
Super
gotta
Sonic ain't
quit because all
multiversal,
that
all those are
power
outliers. It's like,
for a short
you have
time.
Time Eater and Solaris and
Domination was
the
nearly
Egg
imminent.
Wizard. What the
After
fuck do you mean they're
manipulating Sonic and
outliers?
friends and
Like,
copying their
how many
abilities,
times did you need to
Metal
see him
eventually
beating those
combined their
enemies
with
to
the mighty
say it's
Eggman
consistent?
and
And then all of a sudden, oh, this comes out and people
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles,
accept
and the strength
multiversal
and
supersonic. It's like,
Sonic
I've been
universe
saying that since like fucking
All
2014.
time
Where have you
final
been?
boss material.
Yeah, people are weird. Like, even back then in 2014, like, people were still stuck on the whole Goku struggling with 40 tons.
Oh my god, and also the whole Ichigo shit too. Like, you brought up like Universal Ichigo like way before anybody argued it.
Oh, yeah, and the community freaked out.
Metal never possessed the thing
Yeah.
that made Sonic heroes successful. Their friendship and
Good
teamwork.
times, right?
Great times.
It's like, dude, back in the day, people put Sonic without the super form at city level, and then about a large planet level in super form. It's like, no, come on now, do better than that, dude.
You know what I think it was? I think because people didn't really understand, like, power scaling. And I'm not saying that I was an expert back in the day, but a lot
I
of
wasn't
people,
either.
yeah, but a lot of people would appeal to reality, like, oh, you have to be massless to move faster than light. So it's like, if you have mass, you
Maybe the
can't
most
be faster than
powerful thing
light,
that
which
Metal
was
copied
the dumbest thing I've
was
ever
the
heard.
ability to lie.
Pretty much. But wow, you know, I'm not gonna lie. What they said was pretty deep. Oh, right there, the ability to
Alright, so
lie.
I paused.
All right, let's
Yeah.
skip this too. Go to 1545. Oh wait, I got hit with an ad. Hold on.
All right, let me know when the ad's done.
All done. All right, 1545.
All right, let me read these comments. I got Metal Sonic winning. His chain scaling is a little stronger. Time Meter and Solaris is stronger than Universal Plus. High End Cell, Metal Sonic got speed advantage as well. You just know if he can copy biodata, then Neo is probably going to copy Cells. I got the Emeralds being low complex multi. They merged Chaos and Soul Dimensions in Sonic Rush Adventure. That happened?
I haven't played Rush Adventure in a minute, but Tails did mention that what's happening is going to disrupt the space-time continuum, and they did mention about merging the two universes. So yeah, I think so. I think he's right.
Wasn't one of the Emeralds going to destroy who's the chick that hangs out with Silver? Blaze? Wasn't it going to destroy her dimension?
I'd have to look into it again. You might be right. I don't know. It's like I said, I haven't played Russia. I haven't played a Rush Adventure in a long time.
Yeah, all I know is that each one of the Emeralds should be universal.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. All right, so I am at 1545. You ready for the countdown?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, that's
Bring me
clean.
your strongest fighter or face.
Yeah.
Then prepare to kneel before your
I love that, the egg carrier from Sonic Adventure. You know, fun fact, everyone, Sonic Adventure is my favorite game. Has been since I was like 5. I fucking love that game. Some people prefer Adventure 2, but not me. Dude, I mean, this is clean right here. Holy shit, this is so good. This might be their best... This is definitely their best animation this season. But then again, there's only been a few episodes this season, but this one is just so fucking good.
Tell me, does a machine
You don't hear it echoing, right?
ever experience fear?
Really? They had
you hear
Cell
echoing or
still.
no?
Nah.
Yeah, they did have, I noticed that they, had Cell had that line, yeah.
Oh, that's so clean.
Yeah.
We gotta. Oh, damn. Nah, this is his last animation, so we can't even ask him.
Wait, is this his last animation period or just for Death Battle?
Oh, it's just for. Oh, I thought it was like period. Yeah, nah. We gotta definitely hire him if we can get the funds.
That'd be amazing. If we did, it'd have to be like a really good fight like this one.
Get him. Get him.
Damn, he copied. Fun fact, Manny. He's got Cell's data copy now. Which, guess what? Now he has all of the Z fighters copied. Keep that in mind. Because, you know, Cell's copied all the Z fighters, and now Metal Sonic just copied Cell, so yeah. Super Neo. Oh my god, this is so fucking good. Can't get over how good this is.
Let's go. Come on. Try. Are we serious? Wait a minute. Did Cell take TN cells? I don't remember that, but yeah, it's a good reference either way.
This is so fucking smooth. Metal Sonic doing a Kamehameha, holy shit. By the way, fun fact, Manny, Devil Artemis voiced both of them in this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
If you are all of them,
Great job as well.
then so am I.
Ah, chaos control so fucking busted.
Lose to a machine
It is.
like
Ooh.
No, my favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z.
Metal Sonic is my favorite villain in Sonic.
Come
Favorite
on,
villain
can we
period,
get
actually.
Cell Max in here?
Nope, because it is over.
No Cell Max?
So now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emerald.
But yeah, fun fact: everyone Cell is actually Manny's favorite DBZ character.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too
Metal
much.
Sonic,
Let's break this down
he'd be
into
number
four
3 for me for
categories.
Sonic. He's my favorite
Abilities
Sonic
and
villain, but
adaptations.
definitely top
Who
3
was
for
the
me in Sonic.
strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any
Alright,
version
strength.
of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With
That's
them, the
not
power
true.
gap
Yeah,
entirely
that's not
reversed.
true.
Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system
Even
performance,
in his
but
base
he could
form,
surpass it with the universe
he would
destroying
scale to that
power of the
multi-solar
Emeralds.
system feat that ML has.
Those
So no, that's not
Namekians
true.
said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he can destroy
See,
it
here
with
they're
one
kind
gun,
of
especially since it's only brought
they're
up
kind of
theoretically
saying
and without
Universal
any
Cell is
time.
not consistent, and that it was just a statement. What do you
Well,
think
there-
about that?
there's I have multiple statements, and hold on.
And Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes
You're good.
the edge
All right, we
in
can press
strength.
pause.
And with
I'm at
Pause.
2054.
Me too.
They said that Cell could destroy the universe, but they never destroyed how. Oh, I actually sent you and Frank scans on Discord. Like, it's literally stated verbatim that he could just blow up the universe, like just destroy the whole universe and collapse it.
So you-
So, and it's funny because they actually had the scan prior, like he would collapse it, and there's another statement where he would just outright destroy it. So it's either via a collapse, like a chain effect, or just in one shot. Like if we went with like a higher end interpretation for Cell Saga Cell, right? And that would just be like high. I think consistently Cell would be galaxy level because they keep saying the solar system, but in Daizenshu 4 it's stated that Goku's solar system isn't the same as ours. It's actually a galactic nebula comprised of innumerable stars. So, but yeah, no, I think they said that Cell would be above, like Cell's solar system level scaling is above base Metal Sonic, and they just gone over how like ML can destroy multiple star systems, right? So it's like,
which is a multi-solar system. So, yeah, that's what they said was not accurate. Like a metal, like base, the lowest you could argue for base metal is multi-solar system, but really, base metal should be about really galaxy to multi-galaxy, pushing universal, maybe even universal.
Cell Max
So,
is a different
yeah.
Cell since he was in the Dragon Ball superhero movie. Yeah, I know it's a different Cell, but you know, I'm a little salty. Yeah, I know it's a different Cell, but I thought it would have been cool to, because like, is that Metal Sonic's strongest form, or is his strongest form when he looks like a big dragon?
Metal Overlord, that's the thing. I think Metal Overlord is stronger because he was able to take on 3 super forms.
Yeah, they should
So-
have brought the big dragon, and then they should have brought Cell Max. Like that would
Yeah,
that
like
would
for the end.
yeah, that would have been dope. But they're not really good with outer versal scaling. I can get both of them. I can get Cell and Sonic and Metal Sonic to outer. It's actually not that hard. There's like multiple statements. You go over the cosmology. It's pretty easy. It's actually pretty obvious, but you know. And in that case, Cell Max would scale above Arale. Arale can rip out of the Dr. Slump comic. Super Saiyan Blue Goku stalemated her. She doesn't scale to Beerus. Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Couple implications. He surpassed the gods. Jiren was stated to surpass the gods of destruction. But that statement's kind of weird to me because it's like we haven't really seen them fight all out. We've seen them spar and like enter a tournament in the manga and fighting each other, but they were kind of like, they weren't really like trying all out. But I guess you could argue some level of fictional transcendence, but if we're doing that, then like well, Sonic and the Secret Rings. They have fictional transcendent feats. They turned the Aladdin and the lamp to Sonic and the Secret Rings, conceptual, beyond narrative story manipulation. So yeah, Sonic could easily be scaled to fictional transcendence. They have better feats of that as well. Do you think? Do you think Metal Sonic Overlord would scale to the avatars in Sonic Forces?
I don't see why not. I mean, like, if he's able to take on three super forms at once, I don't see why not. So yeah, like I would definitely scale him to okay, Super Neo and Metal Overlord, especially Metal Overlord, would definitely scale to Time Eater and Solaris as they mentioned. Like no questions asked.
YouTube, there's a scene of the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z where Frieza blows up a galaxy. Yeah, I think they showed that in this video. Well,
Yeah, they did.
it's a mixed bag. Metal Overlord and Super Neo Metal are technically the same in levels of power. It's just that Metal Overlord has more vulnerabilities than Super Neo Metal. Is that true? Because I haven't played that game. It might appear that I would say that it might appear that he had more vulnerabilities, but he was fighting 3 super furries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was fighting, like, Sonic. Who else was he fighting? Sonic, Shadow, and who?
No, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
And they were all in their super forms?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that Metal Overlord, where he becomes like a... Yeah, do you think he increased in power but, like, gave up some durability, or...
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, I haven't played that game in a while either, but I have looked into it now. As far as Super Neo Metal Sonic being superior, I'm not really entirely sure about that. Like on paper, I would imagine Metal Overlord would be stronger, but either way, both would scale to Time Meter and Solaris. So I mean, to be fair, it doesn't alter the outcome at all. But I don't know which one's stronger. I really don't know. To be honest with you.
I mean, I don't know. I think Overlord should be stronger. I mean, why else would he feel pressed into using that?
Yeah.
All right, so so what? How did you feel about their strength category? Wait, hold on. Did they even conclude? They didn't. I don't think they concluded yet.
They did with the strength. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, a little bit of downplayed on both sides, like saying Cell being universal is kind of just a random statement and it doesn't have any backings, and then putting Metal Sonic, putting base Metal Sonic below Solar System, not good because he's definitely like has a multi like they even showed a multi Solar System feat for ML that we showed in Infinite versus Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah.
That's multi Solar System. So I mean, it's like they're already kind of contradicting themselves as we speak. So I mean, it's a little downplayed, but I mean, it's not bad as far as research goes.
Yeah, I think we had, like, I think Cell consistently should be galaxy level, because even in the prologue to the anime, it stated that Fat Boo, when he appeared, he doesn't look like a galaxy destroyer, but when he hurled Deborah into a cliff, he proved he was a galaxy destroyer. Also, a weaker version of Majin Buu that was weaker than Fat Boo was Kid Buu, that was being suppressed by Bibbidi, which is Bobbity's father, right? And literally, there's a video on YouTube 6 hours long in the entire Boo saga. You could just type that in the search bar. Literally, in like the first 15 seconds, like the introduction of Kid Buu, we don't see him on screen, but we see him like shoot a barrage of like base level key blast, which is nothing. Completely wipes out a galaxy. So yeah, I think Cell should be galaxy level because the solar system is a galactic nebula. Deborah was scaled to being galaxy level at peak. Fat Boo is casually galaxy level for hurling Deborah. You got feats of them destroying galaxies and things like that. So I think if they were to have said that, then they could say that would be above the multi-solar system base Metal Sonic, but just capping Cell at solar system and then saying that Metal Sonic is below that, yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah. A little downplaying right there.
All right, let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave travel at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
This is just
Like
wrong.
Time Eater. The
Pause.
difference, though, was that
All right.
I'm at 21:30.
All right. Pause.
Yeah, so oh my god. They got to let go of these calcs, man. So for one, the Time Eater existed before creation, before timelines, before the multiverse. He should have, even at the most disgusting of downplays, he should have infinite to inaccessible speed. He should be immeasurable, by the way. But he should have inaccessible speed, being able to move and traverse in voids before creation, right? There's no time and there's no space. He actually scales above time and space and can still move around even after destroying all of time and space. So he should have inaccessible speed. So the calcs are just bothering me. And I don't know how many times like we have to go over this with Death Battle, but the Dragon Ball universe is infinite. So even Koyama on Twitter said that Hell would be a 4D structure. So it's beyond like the regular like temporal and spatial and dimensional limitations of a regular universe. And Goku and Pikkon traveled through that. So that would be infinite speed at a bare minimum. So you could even argue inaccessible because they would have to pass between these dimensional barriers that separate the time spaces, which would have no time and space. They're barriers. Like, they separate the time spaces. So, I don't know. Like, just slapping... Like, I understand, like, consistently throughout the years they use calcs, but these characters are reaching levels where you can't calculate it. Like, you can't slap a number on it. Like, using light as a measuring stick for these characters' speed... It's just not possible. Like they're beyond like the temporal speed equation at a baseline level at the bare minimum. So I don't know how you feel about that, but
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I mean, I think what they're doing is they're just trying to get like a number for Time Eater because maybe they don't think that inaccessible or immeasurable sonic speed is consistent, but at this point, it's more consistent than not. I mean, like even in Sonic and the Secret Rings, like in one guidebook scan, it said he was running, I think, through an infinite. What was it like an infinite dimension? I mean, yeah, exactly. That he was able to run freely while time was being reversed in Sonic Superstars. If you remember that scan,
Mm-hmm.
and then also he was able to run in null space, completely devoid of time and space. He was able to restore time and space just by running in Sonic Generations. So I mean, like immeasurable Sonic speed is more consistent than not, if you ask me. So that's just me, though.
Yeah, I think Tails said when the Sonics accelerate through time, they restore color and life. So they're accelerating through time. So that's immeasurable speed. And I think another speed part. Now this is a hot take, fellas. For Cell in the Android Saga, this is disgusting scaling. By the way, I'm not expecting anyone to agree with it, but when Trunks pilots the time machine, he has to traverse through time. I guess a good counter argument would be like it was on autopilot or something, but if he's actually manually traversing through time and then perceiving the events correctly as he's traversing through time in the Dragon Ball universe, and by the way, when you traverse through time, you enter a different time space. Like there's infinite variations of each universe and each other world and hell and all these other dimensions. So there's a finite amount of dimensions in the macrocosm. There's a finite amount of macrocosms. There were, I think, 18 of them, but then Zeno blew up a couple of them, and now they're 12. But there's infinite variations of these macrocosms, and Trunks would have to perceive the events that are like occurring as he's flying past them to land in the correct event and then stop there and then meet up with Goku before Goku gets his heart virus. So with that being said, Trunks should have immeasurable perception, and Cell blitzed him. So that would be a good immeasurable speed argument for Cell, but that's really the only immeasurable speed argument for Cell. If you wanted to use some crazy like gag scenes from like OG Dragon Ball, where Kami threw Kid Goku in like a time chamber, and he's like, yeah, this place, this room specifically that's next to the time chamber, it's not the time chamber, right? It's a different chamber. Kid Goku gets thrown into a flux of time where the past, present, and future collide, and he had to get out of there, right? And then you also have Arale. Kid Goku was able to like play tag with her, and he actually said that she wasn't as fast as his flying Nimbus. That's crazy because that's the same Arale that could actually just straight up run through time. So you would have to use some like crazy, like disgusting high ends to get Cell to immeasurable speed, which would be pretty hard to do because there's like a lot of like consistency checks and contradictions. But if you're having a debate and if the premise is that you are just using that and you know that's what your opponent agreed to, then you could use it. But if you're trying to go with like a realistic sense, nah. But yeah, but other than that, Sonic just has way more consistent immeasurable speed, time traveling, exiting the cosmology, fighting creatures that predate time, space, and dimensions on a conceptual level. Being able to destroy like the multiverse, hyperspaces, infinite timelines. And I don't remember Tails Tube. You know that's canon, right?
Yeah, I've watched that.
Yeah, I think it was episode 4, and Tails was like, "Yeah, there are infinite like possibilities. There's like infinite timelines." So it's crazy. So it's like each dimension in the multiverse in Sonic has like infinite universes and infinite possibilities and timelines. So it's like it never ends, right? So they just have like I think the cosmology in Sonic is a bit bigger than the Dragon Ball cosmology, but in Metal Sonic's case, I don't think he fully scales to it like Sonic in like Frontiers or like, you know, in the new Shadow Generations, right? Like they have like better showings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, let's read some of these comments. Let me see. Mixed bag. All right. So, well, one from makes you invulnerable, the other doesn't. All right. So they always get info on the emeralds inconsistent, and the Sonic super forms inconsistent. It's because Cell was stated to be universal, but Dragon Ball has a reputation of mistranslations, like Birder being the fastest fighter in the universe, but other people being faster than him. They lowballed Metal Sonic in this, by the way, because apparently the Sonic universe is bigger than the Dragon Ball universe. In one of the previous death battles, Time Eater created multiple time distortions across Sonic timelines in Sonic Generations. Okay, so we got that out the way. But yeah, so the calcs, that's my issue with the speed thing. I don't know if you want to keep going or if you had something to add.
No, I think you covered everything pretty much. It's like I said though, like I do disagree with their time meter scaling. Like they might as well have just said time meter is immeasurable speed because I mean he is. Metal Sonic would scale, so well, it's like I said, like a Sonic has, and it's like I said, and like you just said, Sonic has way more consistency with having immeasurable speed than not. So I mean, I don't know what they were going with that, but yeah, it was kind of weird. But you know, real quick though, was thinking about it. If we ever could get this guy to animate for us, a really good one that we discussed, I think I'd probably have him do Knuckles versus Piccolo. That'd be a really good one,
That'd be
especially
fire.
in 3D. It would. All right, I'm at 21:30 like you, so just count down and let me know.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes
No.
the edge in speed.
Nah, that's
No,
cap.
no,
Wasn't expecting
no.
that. Let's see if any of the
Yeah,
other abilities
okay.
add to
The strength
They
part was
share
pretty
many of
good.
the same
A
powers,
little bit
like
downplayed.
telekinesis,
The
force
speed
fields, and
part,
energy
Cell does not
projectiles.
take that, and it was
Though
really
Cell's
downplayed.
regeneration was clearly superior,
No.
able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that,
Okay,
Cell's
okay.
cell genes
That's
let him
fair
grow
right
in
there.
power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage.
I don't know why they still go with that time limit. I mean, the time limit is a complete game mechanic. Like, there's been many instances of Sonic maintaining his super form. It has an energy limit though, is what it has. Like, if you wear Super Sonic down enough, he'll go back to his super form. But it doesn't have a time limit though.
Fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with
No,
the
I don't
one
think
thing
it's a
they're
tie.
both known
I
for,
think
their
Metal Sonic
capability
gets
to evolve
abilities.
and become more
I think
powerful
Metal Sonic takes all of these categories. It's like,
adaptation.
I think they're just trying their hardest to make this look close, but it's really not close. Like, there's no reason Speed should have gone to Cell. I'm sorry. There's just, it's like in Ruby versus Maka, for example. They made Speed a tie. It's like, what?
Yeah, that was insane.
No, insane. Yeah. And now they're giving Speed to Cell. That's even more insane.
Android 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember,
That's what I was saying, the powers of all the Z fighters.
fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally, biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level. Just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, because Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it
True.
Sonic CD.
And why's that?
Cell died. Where's he? You get it? CD.
Not gonna lie, everyone, dude. Sonic CD is the second best. Dude, that's the best side-scrolling Sonic game, and it's my favorite side-scrolling game, and it's second favorite Sonic game. I love that game so much. Okay, this one, Manny. The next time, I have no idea about this one. You can tell me who you think would win
Oh, okay.
if you know them.
Let me see. Because I paused it.
Back. Next time on Death Battle.
Bakugo versus Reese. Did I say that? Reese? I don't know. I know who both of those two are. I don't know anything about them though.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battles.
Where's Reese from? Jujutsu Kaisen?
I have no idea. I only know the name. Let me see. Chainsaw Man. She's from Chainsaw Man.
As heretical as this is going to sound, I haven't seen Chainsaw Man. My brother has seen it. He told me it's really good. He actually went to
I have
see the
not
movie.
seen it either. The movie I definitely want to see. I mean, I'll probably get into the show at some point. But yeah, so thoughts about that death battle? I thought it was great. I mean, the animation was great. The research was definitely downplayed, but it was still a lot better than how they've scaled Sonic and DBZ in the past. Like, you know, back in the day, the whole 40-ton thing for Goku and Goku vs. Superman 1, that was nasty. Putting Sonic at lower than FTL, and also in their Zero versus Metal Sonic fight. Um, I don't even give a shit about the outcome. I mean, Metal Sonic wins easily, in my opinion, but they put Metal Sonic at at a building level and lightning speed. Not even a lightning speed in that. That was fucking nasty. So they've definitely done better with scaling both of them. So, but scaling was good for the most part. Downplayed though. Like again, no reason Cell should have taken speed. There's no reason. Um, but yeah, I would give that a solid 8 out of 10. The animation's like a fucking god. 9.5 probably. It was great, but the like factoring in research and presentation, I give it an 8. How about you, Manny? What's your thoughts?
Um, Animation, yeah, like a 9.5. It was beautiful the whole way through. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. Research wise, I didn't really. I'm not trying to be an ass, but the strength category was decent. It was all right. It was a bit downplayed, like you said. Speed,
Mhm.
that they completely botched it. They missed so many like you're gonna bring up like higher end arguments for Cell with the universal thing, but then you're gonna completely skip over like infinite and accessible and immeasurable speed for like both of these characters. So yeah, that was completely chopped. Um, Abilities, that's good. Yeah, and adaptation, that was good. So I'd give it like a 6 or a 7, maybe an 8, maybe. I'll probably stick with a 7. It's like a C, like a C minus.
All right, cool. Well, yeah. So, I mean, it's just like I understand that part with the whole research thing. I gave it an 8 because you got to factor in everything, the animation, the research, all that stuff, presentation. Um, it's like I said. I mean, it's hard to watch a death battle and not find some downplaying into it, and this is no exception. But yeah, it was good. And wait, do you hear me, Manny, or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. But yeah, guys, as far as the next time goes, I know next to nothing about those two. I only know them by name, and I know where they're from. But who wins? I have no clue. Although I was on Discord earlier, and people are backing. What the fuck's his? How do you say his name? Baku what?
Bakugo.
Bakugo.
Yeah.
Bakugo. People are saying that Bakugo stomps. So there's that, but can't really go much further than that because I don't know them. So yeah.
All right. So if you guys got any comments or any questions, now's your time to do it. I think we're gonna head off in a few minutes. So
We can. Would you make it till about 10? Because it's like 9:53 now.
yeah, I'll make it to 10.
Okay. You do have work tomorrow, you said. That's right. Yeah, it's Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
Yeah. So yeah, any questions about scaling or about something else? Just yeah, feel free to give them, and we'll be on for about 6 more minutes. But yeah, no. Knuckles versus Piccolo would definitely be great for 3D, but got a lot of time, so hopefully we can make it happen someday.
Hell yeah, I want to get Devil's Artemis to animate that. That shit came out fire. I mean, Cheetahmon's good too, though. So I mean, either one works.
Either one, yeah. Whenever we get the funds, I mean, it might not be anytime soon, but we can try to. I'm pretty sure Devil Artemis has an email or something. We could hit him up and say, "Hey, how much do you charge per minute?" So, but Knuckles versus Piccolo is just an example, though. It doesn't have to be that one.
Metal Sonic wins. His chain scaling is way too much, and his speed advantage made it harder for Cell to adapt. You know what else is funny? Cell loses to Ultron as well. Yeah, Ultron's pretty cracked.
Dude, Ultron would beat Metal Sonic also. So, dude, Metal Sonic copying Ultron is the last thing he wants to do. Let me just say that right now.
Yeah, I think Metal Sonic would probably like get himself killed doing that.
He would, like, instantly. Dude, Metal Sonic would not have a chance to, because it's like they said, and this is true. The moment Metal Sonic locks eyes, he copies your data, and he wouldn't know about Ultron. He'd go to copy, and then the fight would instantly be over. So how would you even animate that? It's like 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, Metal Sonic's already dead. Okay, cool. Ultron wins. Pretty much.
Yeah, and we're not talking about like the MCU Ultron. We're talking like comics.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that for like a why it's not close, like why Ultron versus Metal Sonic isn't close. Because yeah, that even Metal Overlord would not be enough. He wouldn't even be able to make it to Metal Overlord, but giving if we assume he started with Metal Overlord, it would not be enough, dude. Ultron is nasty.
The Marvel cosmology is nasty. I mean, it's way bigger than the
Uh-huh.
Sonic cosmology. It's had so many decades of just like exploring, like especially like with Doctor Strange, and there's a comic issue called Strange Tales. Yeah, no, that's disgusting.
Actually, what do you think of that? Why Metal Sonic versus Ultron isn't close in favor of Ultron? What do you think about doing that? Sound pretty good?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
Maybe we should make that our next why it's not close. Because we haven't done a why it's not close since is that Thanos one still up? Thanos versus Sonic? Well, Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah,
That was the last one we did about close to a year ago, maybe even a year ago, I don't know. Yeah, Metal Sonic versus You know what? Yeah, I think we should do that. So yeah, everyone expect why Metal Sonic versus Ultron isn't close. I'm not gonna say soon, maybe, maybe not, depends on time, but I think we can get that done. But yeah, so like I wouldn't mind that for a Thunder Clash, but again, how the fuck would we even animate that? A 3 second battle pretty much. Oh god.
I mean that's also considering like Ultron's like high outer virtual reality warping and being able to hack other people, scaling above the Infinity Gauntlet, scaling above the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah, it's like even if we go high ends, like Metal Sonic would not win that. It would still not be close with high ends.
I think the Cosmic Cube. I could be wrong, but I think that had something to do with the Beyonders. I'd have to look back into it.
Hmm.
All right, so I think that's the end of the stream right there. So appreciate y'all for joining. We'll catch y'all